welcome to the Side Gigs, Side Hustles, aka Small Business Marketing Show on Ian, the HR Pro live podcast. Last week, we dove into content creation, AI tools, and how small businesses can actually get noticed online. Today, we are taking that even further. Kind of my favorite topic. I've got 4 simple strategies you can start using right after the show to grow your side hustle faster, smarter, and with way less stress. And at the end, I'm pulling back the curtain on my November YouTube stats so you can see exactly what's working for me and what's not. So let's get into it. As always, my name is Ian Hopfe. I'm an HR consultant here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And I like doing live podcasts, I guess. Super stressful. Anyway, the 5 things I'm going to talk about today, as I mentioned, how to build a simple evergreen content engine for your side hustle. 2, AI as your side hustle coworker, what it can and can't do for small creators. 3, why most side hustles fail at marketing, and the 3 fixes that actually work. And number 4, turning your designs and digital products into traffic magnets with Pinterest. And of course, number 5, at the end of the show, I'm going to bring up my spreadsheet showing all the numbers, my growth or loss, or no growth of my YouTube stats. And I'm tracking the YouTube because everything I do becomes evergreen content there. So it's something that, with YouTube, it's a search engine. So if you create a video about a specific thing today, someone could still be searching for that in 3-5 years and find your old video, right? So if you need to get a hold of me for any reason, that's not it. That's not the one I clicked on here. I turned that off. This QR code in the top corner of my screen takes you to my link tree, and the same code I just put up on the screen here down at the bottom, and it should have popped up in some of the chats on some of the social platforms I go live on. I go live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter X. So those are 5 I go live on, and I'll take clips from each of these shows and put it to 4 of those, not including the Twitch. Twitch doesn't allow you to upload, or this program doesn't allow me to upload the Twitch. I think it's a Twitch thing, right? Twitch is just all about just live shows. So instead of uploading my short videos I create from these big long videos onto Twitch, they go onto the TikTok. Anyway, if you want to watch some of those videos on any of my other socials, my socials are all part of my link tree, so you can go there, and they have all the icons for all my different places where I'm existing. I do have Instagram on there, I believe, but I don't spend a lot of time on Instagram these days, just because this program and Instagram make it hard for me to go live there. So I just don't do it, man. Okay. As always, throughout the show, ask your questions in the comments. So whether it's a random HR question, I'll answer it. Or if it's Indigenous relations questions, I'll answer. If it's a marketing questions like what we're talking about today, go ahead and ask it in the chat or in the comments, and I'll try to catch it before the end of the show, and we can chat about that. That's the dangerously unscripted part of my show. I don't know what you're going to ask, if you're going to ask anything. Anyway, Where's my show notes? Okay. We're done this first section. The Earl Grey tea is just about the right temperature right now. Anyway, let's talk about number 1. How to build a simple evergreen content engine for your side hustle. Now I'm kind of reading notes here for the topic headers, but I don't really have a script. I don't read word for word for what I'm talking about. Yeah, so the big thing about creating the evergreen content is picking the right platform where the evergreen content is going to live, right? And the number 1 is YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube channel and you're not posting all your stuff on YouTube, do that. That's the number 1 place for the evergreen content. I already told you, YouTube is a search engine. People go in there and they click in, they type in, how do I change my bathroom faucet? Right? And they find instructional videos on how to change the bathroom faucet. Things like that. Oh, where'd that yawn come from? Sorry, I gotta get some more caffeine in me. And tea is not only good for caffeine, but it's also good for stimulating your brain. When you have tea, your whole brain gets stimulated and you become awake and alive. I don't think that's the caffeine. I think that's the phytonutrients from the leafy green plant that you're soaking in your tea, right? All that good stuff from the tea leaves. As long as you're not using cow's milk or large amounts of sugar, then it's good. If you use cow's milk or any sort of animal product milk, it just it kills all the benefits of your tea, of your drink, whatever it is. So I had talked a little bit last week about evergreen content, and usually evergreen content can kind of be placed into 3 places, right? YouTube, your blog, and or some sort of blogging website like what's it called, Medium, or some blogging site, some universe where there's just blogs, right? So it's written content. And another great place for evergreen content is Pinterest. Pinterest is also a search engine. So you can go into Pinterest and type in flower arrangements designs, right? And you'll get a whole bunch of pins from people's blogs or people's videos, or even just an image. This is how you should arrange your flower pot, with the thrillers, fillers, and spillers. Yes, I watch too many home improvement gardening type shows, with design shows with my wife. Okay, so shut up. Right, and it'll show you. I've looked it up for mosquito repellent flower pots, and it gave me like the 6 types of flowers that mosquitoes absolutely hate but bumblebees love, right? So we always want to support the bees where we can. And another yawn, sorry. Oh, I suck. Sorry about that. Don't fall asleep. I'm falling asleep. It's okay if I fall asleep, but you can't fall asleep while you're listening to the show. You gotta be wide awake so you can hear me snore. So those are kind of the 3 places where you're doing the evergreen content. And it's sometimes, when you use a platform like TikTok or even YouTube Shorts and they allow you to put sound in on the background, you've got to be careful about the sound coming from one social platform to another social platform. So I always kind of like the idea that TikTok, when I put the video in and I do my little editing, I put the sound in, before it posts to TikTok, it saves a copy of that edited video to my phone with their watermark on it bouncing around. I like that idea. And the only problem is, if I have a certain type of sound music that is licensed for TikTok, it might not be licensed for YouTube or Pinterest, right? So you kind of have a bit of difficulty there with sounds. It may be beneficial to record your stuff and then edit separately for the platforms, but that's a pain in the butt, man. I know Restream.io, which I'm using here, is I'll put the link up for Restream.io if you want to use the software. What I'm doing is I'm going live for an hour, 2 hours every weekday, and Restream automatically is creating the shorts for me, the reels, the TikToks, the vertical videos that you would record from your phone. Oh my god. So it is an amazing tool for that. And if you can find a program that does something like that, I would start using it. I mean, it's wrapped up in the AI, and it's able to sense what the good stuff is, right? And create these little clips for me. And then it allows me to post it to multiple locations. The only place it's not allowing me to post to is Pinterest or Instagram. It said Instagram was coming soon, but Instagram has been such kind of a pain in the butt for me, so I've kind of left it out of my marketing mix right now, and I probably shouldn't. I got to be doing something extra. But if I can hit 6 social platforms every day from this one tool, it's totally worth it for me. Now, you don't have to go live, do you? You could just record. And I don't know if the program allows you to edit your videos or not. But what you could do, whatever video you're planning on making, record it with Restream. And you're just recording, you're not going live, but you should be able to use Restream to create the clips for you, and then you can take that video you recorded and you can save it to your Evergreen places. And another great thing about these programs and stuff is that you can take your transcript and turn that into your blog. It's your words, it's your content. And if you can take the transcript out of, like, I use YouTube to look at my transcripts, and I'm putting it into ChatGPT to help me create my topics for next week's show. So after this comes out, and I'm trying to create my topics for next show, next Wednesday, I'll pull the transcript down and I will use that I'll put it in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will say, yeah, here's what you talked about, and here's what you should talk about next week. So, So I can't post vids from my personal to my business page because it's not licensed for both sides. I'm not sure what that means. On YouTube, on which, because you're on your business page right now, and my YouTube page, I think, is set up as a business page. Or I only ever set up one YouTube channel. No, I've got a second YouTube channel. And they're basically both just businesses for me. I don't know why you'd be having any issues with I forgot which license. I know that TikTok acts a little different because I did set up the business page so I could have a link in the bio and stuff like that, right? I mean, on TikTok. Okay. Yeah, TikTok's a little bit wonky in that way. I know when I first got on TikTok, my plan was to use it for business purposes. So I automatically just converted my account into a business account. So it gives me the slightly more business options on the back end. And I really got to spend more time. It's like I got to relearn it every time I look at it. But yeah, it can act a little wonky. So I don't know, Joy. I would just use your regular account. Just pick one account and just do it. Like, why does it have to be separated? Why do you need two separate accounts, right? Just convert one into a business account and do that. So it might know that you've. Can't you just retweet? Or retweet. Can't you just repost? Like one of your videos from your personal and then just repost it to your business. It won't come up as one of the business videos. It'll be in that other, when you look at the profiles, things you posted and things you reposted, right? But I don't know. Pick one. Use it. But anyway, where were we? Show notes. We were talking about the Evergreen content. So every time you post some quick little video on any other social media, it's got a short lifetime, anywhere from a couple minutes to a few hours to maybe just a few days, and then it's kind of gone into social media oblivion. Oops, excuse me. So you don't want to waste your videos. You don't want to waste your content. If you make a video for any other platform, make sure you save it and or post it to at least YouTube, right? YouTube has its short platform, so if you're just throwing in short videos all the time, go ahead, put it on shorts. It's going to be around. It's going to stick around better than on the TikTok, or especially on Twitter. There's a very short lifetime on Twitter for things. So you've got to keep posting. And yeah, it can be a burnout situation when you're thinking about having to post to multiple places. And what I feel, what's neat about the Restream.io is that you can upload a video that you've already created somewhere else, and you could put it into the projects, and it will extract the TikToks, the Reels, the shorts for you from the viral clips. It'll extract those clips for you. So it could be any content that you've got saved. I could go into any of my content that I've posted on YouTube. Who's at the door? Sorry, doorbell ringing. before my mother-in-law. So, what the heck was I talking about, man? Oh, sidetracked. I think during the show I got to turn off that doorbell beep. Anyway, what's Joy saying? Again, your forehead in shadow. What the hell, my forehead in shadow? Shut up, quit looking at my forehead. It's dark and cloudy here in Edmonton. Is that good? Can you see my forehead all right? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Why don't I know how to use this thing? Well, that didn't make it taller at all. I don't know how to use this thing. Oh my God. Where's the extender? I'm having issues here. Do these come out? We're supposed to. These flip down. Okay. I got no idea how to make that taller. I'm sorry, my forehead's in shadow. Turn up the light. I can turn the light up a little bit. Redirect it a little bit. All right. So hopefully my forehead's not in shadow anymore. We will carry on. This is my sister. Your forehead in shadow. All right then. We've dealt with that. Let's carry on with the show. I'm gonna move this. This is annoying me. As good as you're gonna get. It's cloudy here in Edmonton. I got the window open. Not enough. Jeez. I could turn the overhead light on, but that sucks. All right. So make sure you're putting the Evergreen locations into your marketing effort. You know, like it's a backup location that are kind of search based. If you have a lot of writing, put it on your own blog or on some sort of blog option. This collar's driving me nuts. It's going cuckoo. Okay. Forget this. We're doing that. Much less professional, but whatever. Put YouTube, your own blog, or Pinterest into your mix, especially if you're... Pinterest is good for design stuff, photos. So if you spend a lot of time posting to Instagram, because you're a photographer, post it to Pinterest also with just a tiny description of the photo as you post it, right? I would absolutely do that. And you may even be able to just click on your post and use the Pinterest browser app to just pin it, right? If it's a blog, I mean, if you are doing a lot of writing or tweeting, Xing, I don't know what the word is for it now. If you're tweeting a lot on Twitter X, every time you tweet, you should just transfer that over to your blog. And it could be all your tweets for today, right? This is what I tweeted on December 3rd, 2025, right? And that's your blog post for today. It's just your written tweets that you tweeted over there. You just copied and pasted over to your blog. And you could set it up. You could set it up so that, I don't know, you might be able to find an app that every time you tweet, it automatically creates a blog post of it. Now that's pretty awesome. There could be something out there that could help you with that, right? Something that could automate it. I mean, that would be fantastic. if you tweet it a lot. There's a lot of marketers out there that their primary place is tweeting. I think of Alex Hermosi. Every time he's got an idea, he tweets it. And his marketing team then takes that tweet, expands it into other things, or creates a script for him, so that when he sits down to make his next video, he's got a script of just things he's tweeted. This is his stuff. So he's creating a video about that. And YouTube, you can be putting everything. If you're tweeting on Twitter X, you can put that in a community tab on YouTube also, right? And if you make a video, you can take the transcript, turn it into a big blog post, and even link to the video that it comes from. And you could give it extra information on your blog post and things like that, right? So it's kind of a synergy of the places. I am leaning towards work on as many platforms as you can, because there's tools out there now like Restream.io that can really help you. If you're in the group of people that thinks just concentrating on one social platform at a time till you start making money, and then you move over to the next one, okay, that's fine, do it. But all this content you're creating for the one platform, you've got to save it. You got to save it on your computer, or I say use YouTube as your backup. YouTube is your backup. You're not trying to create content for YouTube, but you're putting it there anyway as the backup. Let's create this tweet, and then I'll put it on the YouTube community page. And then if I post a photo of something, then I'll put it on the YouTube community page. If I make it TikTok, I'm going to post it to YouTube Shorts also. If I go live someplace, I'm going to save that as a video and just post it to YouTube also. It creates that content, right? Just use YouTube as your backup, and you'll be surprised, because I think the YouTube after a year or two will actually become your primary home. So the idea is using as many tools as you can to help you with this process. And any content you make is your content, so save it. Don't just make a TikTok and let it drift out there, and then you never keep the video. You don't know what you can do with that. Definitely put it as a YouTube short. You might get limited or hit some content warning. What's that? The sound warning, like you don't have permission to use this sound on this page, on this platform, or whatever, right? Copyright infringement type stuff, right? So you just delete that one video, right? But you don't want to be doing that, so you want to try to use more generic background music. Restream.io has this different type of background music, and there's all kinds of different varieties. And I think they've just collected up some free stuff, and they've organized it into their different music background music stuff. So it's not famous stuff. It doesn't have words in it, I don't think. I've looked at some of these, and I'm pretty sure there's no words. Let's check out hip hop. Let's turn up the hip hop. It's really It's general, almost elevator music, right? And it's not, I haven't had any copyright infringement notifications from my shorts or from my live streams due to the background sounds on restream.io. So I still think it's a great tool in that respect. Yeah, evergreen content. There's a real, when you think about evergreen content, it's not just that your content stays there forever. It's content that is searchable. The people are looking for this information regardless of how many years pass. I mean, news is very short-lived, right? But how to strip paint off an antique dresser. Okay. People are going to keep looking for that because there's going to be a lot of people who have their old grandparents' stuff, or they like to flip stuff and they found something at a estate sale or garage sale or whatever, right? It's something that's searchable. And whether that's on Pinterest, on your blog, or on YouTube, it may be found, right? When you go into Google search and you're like, how to strip paint off an antique dresser, right? It's going to show you the answers. It's going to show you possible videos. It's going to show you possible blog posts. It may even show you Pinterest stuff, right? Or you may go into Pinterest and say, how do you strip this paint? It's searchable stuff. Evergreen means it's something that's always going to be there, right? Tech stuff is short-lived, right? How do I change the background on my iPhone 1? How many people are searching for that? They might be searching how to change my background on my iPhone. And then you may have like a blog post that says on iPhone 10 it's this way, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? It kind of changed with each one, and you kind of give more information, right? But I really don't think anybody's trying to change their background on iPhone 1 at this point. Put a message in the chat if you have an iPhone 1 currently operating. That's nobody's gonna do it. And if you do that, I mean, I'd be more ashamed than anything. Don't admit that. So yeah, Evergreen Content Engine, and it's basically backing up all your content to one of these platforms that's going to stay around for a while. That's the YouTube, that's your own personal blog, that's Pinterest, because they're search-based. Blogs, I say they're search-based because once you have a website that has, a couple hundred blogs on it, and it's created some authority in your niche or your area of expertise, then it's going to start showing up on blogs or on the Google searches, web searches, and things like that. So it's a great backup place for your content. Let's go to topic number 2. AI as your side hustle coworker. What it can and can't do for a small creator. So it says I should connect this with your AI demo. It was last week. So last week we did go through some demos. We created a marketing plan for my friend Lisa's pet store, and I think we did a marketing plan for my sister's Unbound Creations craft business. That's also in the links if you want to check that out. Her Facebook page is up there. it's pretty neat what you can do with AI. And, you know, some great examples: product research. I want to create something like this, or I want to sell something like this, or I want to sell something related to this. What's a good thing to be selling, right? Your niche ideas. Hey, I'm an HR consultant. Which niche should I talk about in HR the most, right? Doing captions. I think it's captions for your videos. These are ideas that ChatGPT threw in for examples for me. So this is an example right now of what an AI coworker can do for you. My coworker is not just my lazy cats. Where are they? They're gone. One was sleeping over there. Now she's gone. Anyway, my toxic coworkers aren't just my cats. My productive coworker is ChatGPT. Oh, I use ChatGPT so much now. And it helps me create drafts. It helps me create scripts, ideas for my lives. I feed it my transcript from last week and say, hey, give me 5 ideas for tomorrow's show or the next show on Wednesday, and make it related to the last topic, right? And it's so cool. I mean, and I'm not a power user. I'm nowhere near a power user of AI right now. I am just barely skimming the top of what AI could do for me and for you, right? Sometimes I'm scared. If you don't know what AI can do for you and your business, ask it. Tell AI, I run this sort of business or side hustle or side gig, or I'm trying to sell this, or I'm trying to get people to come to my affiliate link or whatever. How should I do it? And it'll give you ideas. And then you can say, please ask me for more information if you need clarification, right? I'll blast out more stuff at you. You don't know what AI tools to use? Ask your AI, hey, is there any AI tools I can use to do this? Crazy. Asking AI to help you with using AI. Now that's machines building machines, man. So, SEO keywords for your topic, right? You just wrote a blog post. You throw the blog post into AI and you say, hey, I need a bunch of keywords that I can put into this content, and so it can get better traction on Google search, right? Man, I haven't done that yet. Could that be powerful? Maybe. Because sometimes I got an idea for a blog. I type it out like that crazy cat, right? And I use my Grammarly to help me make sure it's all grammatically correct. And then I post it. But a lot of times I may be missing industry jargon, right? The keywords for my industry, for what I'm doing, my expertise. I may not be using the right wording that everybody in the industry knows about or uses, right? So that's why I say don't just use the abbreviation. Make sure you put the whole word in there, the whole meaning of the abbreviation, right? You need both. That's just like a resume tip too. Man, you want both of those on there, because it becomes, you know, just like with writing, the first time you use a long name and you want to use the abbreviation for the rest of the document. You put out the name, you put in the brackets and say this is the short version of this, right? It's just the abbreviation. So further down in the blog post or whatever, you just use the abbreviation. But you've let the search engine knows what the hell that is, right? There's been lots of times I've walked into places and people are using their terminology, and I'm just like, what is that, man? And they explain it to me. That's the same sort of thing you got to do, especially if you're in the tech industry, man. Oh, there's abbreviations for programs and things like that. Make sure you spell out the name of it the first time you reference it, and then put an abbreviation in. Ad testing. So here's my ad copy that I want to use. Do you think this would be effective for people age 25 to 45 that live in Edmonton or whatever, right? Like you ask it these things and it'll start being able to give you more information. Content outlines, of course, that's what I did here. And excuse me, I've started the content outlines starting last Friday on my Fun and Games episode last Friday. So I did Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and today. So I've done this 4 times that I've used AI to say, here's my previous show. Please give me topics for the next show based on what I talked about. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's helping me be more organized. It's helping me create the hooks for the start of my shows to try to attract people. Oh my God, my back is just itchy. I gotta use my bear claw right now. I'll scratch my back. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah, so violently good sometimes, a good back scratch, man. If I had a referral link to it right now, I'd put it in there, but I don't have one handy. Let's have a look. Amazon back scratcher. Oh, there he is. There is the back scratcher that I'm using. It's got a better handle. It's got a way better handle. So my bear claw back scratcher bear claw back scratcher. And I mean, this is so easy. If you had products you wanted to market and things like that, it's so easy to put it into this program, right? I create it on the fly. I create it, and then I show it. Bear claw back scratcher that I just used right here. The ones on Amazon have a better handle than mine does, but this thing, like that bear claw, that is so deadly sharp. Anyway, you want a bear claw back scratcher? If you purchase it, I'll make like 50 cents. So yeah, go ahead, purchase that. That's the best back scratcher I've ever used. Now, it did come loose. I did have to glue it on. It popped off the stretchable arm. It's really long. That's good. Good for like your cast or something like that. But it came apart shortly after I used it. But this is a different brand. It's the same design up here. Hopefully it's connected better. because it's got a nice, look at those grippy things on there. This one doesn't have the grippy, the ribs, the grippy stuff. So anyway, Bear Claw back scratcher. You betcha. You betcha. Go over there and get yours. So your side hustle coworker, absolutely. You should be using AI in some way, shape, or form, whether it's just kind of research and helping you make drafts of your products, right? Your digital products. Make a draft, edit it, put it for sale, right? Your policies at your organization, right? Your company policies, get a draft, use AI to make the draft, and then take it back to your team and approve the final copy, right? Oh man, there's just AI can help you do posting. Like this program helps me do posting. It's amazing. And if I was just selling those silly back scratchers, I just created the link. I could add it to my all my links too. I could talk about it every show. Oh my God, this is amazing. And then it'll end up creating viral clips for me, and I can share those to all the social medias. It's just a stupid back scratcher, right? I mean, if my back scratcher video went viral and 10% of the million people purchase one of my back scratchers, what do I make? $5,000 probably, something like that. 50 cents a piece, right? That's something. Side hustle coworker, right? AI. Find the AI that's going to help you in your industry, in your business. You're going to find one. And if you can find one, ask AI to find you one. I mean, there's even programs now where you can go create your own app, and it's just the AI that creates it, right? So there's so many things you can do. If you can think of it, I bet you can find AI that will help you do it, or someone's already created it, right? So, I mean, use the AI as your coworker. Totally must have nowadays, right? Let's see. Topic number three. Why most side hustles fail at marketing, and the 3 fixes that actually work, right? And I don't know, it says 3 fixes and it's got like 4 points for me. Sometimes AI leads me down roads that I didn't review properly, and I'm like, I don't know how to talk about that, but obviously I do. I've gone through so many side hustles that have failed, and I talked about Amway before, and Melaleuca, and even the first business I started, which was a taxi cab business, right? There's so many failures that I've been through, that I've generated, and it feels like the one thing is I just didn't stick around long enough, right? Like it was, you go into that valley of despair, and I'll talk about more of that on topic 5. Valley of despair, where you're like building your business and you're thinking, oh, it's starting to work, and then everything kind of goes to shit. And that's the valley of despair. This is your intense learning session for your business, and you may hit multiple valleys of despair, because every time you're like, I got it, this is what's going to work, and then it works just a little bit and you're back in the valley of despair. And I get I get depressed all the time about my business not working. Why ain't I getting clients? Why ain't I booking more KBEs? Why aren't people around the world buying my ebook? And it's just like, oh God. It's gut wrenching. It's hard to think about it. And then that's one of the things why I'm on this show like this. I'm talking about the things. You're basically following my journey in marketing too. Jiraiya keeps repeating you, Scratcher, easy. Yes. Muslim's back scratcher. Yes. Oh. I remember back in the day when back scratchers were just wood. And they weren't very good. Those wood back scratchers, they just like kind of rub your skin like this and make it more irritating instead of having violent claws that really dig. Back scratcher. Okay, where's my show notes? Right, I have gone through a lot of failures with my businesses and my side hustles, and I have a preconception about myself. I've created it. It is part of my identity now, where I basically say I'm a terrible salesperson. And because every time I try to sell something, I get into the valley of despair and I just stay there. And it overwhelms me. And I see something shiny, or I see the squirrel, and I'm off to the new idea. I'm not fighting through the valley of despair. And my valley of despair is really my sales, my marketing. So my journey that you're following me on, me being live like this each day, is a big risk. For an introvert like me, I'm risking a lot. The trolls are coming out and they're trolling me, and I'm almost 47 years old. My mom is going onto my socials and defending me online from the trolls. It's pretty funny. It's pretty awesome, though. Thank you, Mommy. And it's just like, why is this little old lady on the socials defending her son, right? It is a big risk to my mental health, basically, to put myself out there. And I feel like a lot of people feel this too. Or if they're not worried about the mental health side of things, they may be worried about what all your friends and family think, because you get that negative from your friends and your family, the people closest to you. Oh man, that's not gonna work. That's a terrible idea. It's a terrible business. You won't last 3 months or whatever. I try to be so encouraging when someone I know is starting a new business. I want them to succeed. I want them to be multimillionaires. So I can borrow money from them, but I want to see people succeed. And if you got a great idea, I want to see you put your all into it. I want to see you just dive into your business, your side hustle, and just really create something. Fight your way through that valley of despair where it seems like everything you do doesn't work, and you got to keep learning what is working, right? You just got to fight your way through that. And I want to encourage people when they do that, because you're the real heroes, right? And I'm learning it is a long slog, and you learn something new all the time. And I don't want to say consistency. I hate when people say, oh, you got to be consistent. The hell with consistency. I say I'm coming online at 11:30 each day, and I usually don't get online till 11:33, 11:34. Is that consistent? Well, in my own way, I guess I can start telling everyone I'll start coming on 11:33, right? But then as soon as I say that, I'll start coming in 3 minutes later after that too. So, no win situation like that. Don't Don't do that. But the consistent side of my business is that I'm doing it every possible day I can go live. I'm going live. And that's because I want people to see me, hear my advice, decide whether or not I'm just some nut job, or if maybe I'm someone that they might be interested in working with, right? And that's go get my $7 ebook and see what knowledge I give to small business owners to stop their staff drama, right? And I want them to see me. Like, I mean, this is pretty raw, me. I mean, I'm a little bit more serious when I'm in the business meeting, but for the most part, you're seeing me, right? Am I in the process of creating a personal brand? And is that super important to my business? It might be, because I'm in the service business, right? And as a consultant, my business is my knowledge, my skills, my experience. So you've got to get to know me, to trust me, to like me, before you say, yeah, we're going to work with Ian. I'm going to hire him to come do whatever for my organization, right? So yeah, I'm building a personal brand, but I'm also trying to direct people to get that $7 ebook, right? And that's kind of the start. That's my business funnel, right? I've got that all set up. It's all set up. There's nothing wrong with the business funnel until I make enough sales that I discover something is wrong with my business funnel. I haven't made enough sales to discover whether or not my business funnel is wrong, right? So in the meantime, maybe I'll start making money as a YouTube content creator or something, right? I don't know. But this is, inconsistent posting. I seem to post my shorts any time of day. I'll try to do it first thing in the morning, but this morning I was doing volunteer work for my the organization I volunteer for, the Green Party of Alberta. So I was doing some work for them this morning, so I didn't have time to send out any of my shorts. I'll do that after I go offline today. But it's inconsistent in that every morning at 8 o'clock I post 3 shorts, right? I'm just posting 3 shorts every day. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. I'm trying to do it every day. And this includes Saturdays and Sundays. So sometime during the day on Saturdays and Sundays, I'll get in front of my computer and I'll try to post 3 of those clips. I'm not going live on Saturdays and Sundays, but I'm trying to post some content anyway. And try not to be inconsistent, as in make sure you post every day. Just post every day. And with my 333 challenge that I've set up for myself is post at least 3 times every day on as many platforms as you can. Right? That's what I'm going for right now. It sounds exhausting, but it's really easy with Restream.io. It's really easy. So become consistent in that you post something every day. Depending on your business, depending on the platform, you may have to post more, way more, right? If you're depending on Twitter, with Twitter X, the life of a tweet is like 5 minutes. I mean, you got to post like every hour throughout the waking day if you want to use Twitter as your primary, right? TikTok, I would say you still want to post multiple times, 3+ times a day, TikToks, right? And if you're using social media as your primary source of marketing for your side hustle, then it's not just sales. Hey, I've got this item. It's really cool. Come buy it. The link's right here. Right? I mean, that's terrible, right? How about you just make related educational value posts? Like, you can talk about the item and say, oh my God, this saved my life, man. Like, I can talk about Restream.io because I'm using it. I'm an active user, and I really want to see other small business people use it to generate their marketing. And I talk about the different benefits of it and how I'm using it and things like that. I'm not just saying, go buy it, right? I did pop up the link earlier. You can go buy it. But I think before you go buy it, you're going to want to hear more about how I'm using it, right? Your biggest fans are me and mom and probably my fave sister-in-law. I can't believe she puts up with you. Seriously. Encouraging others is keep trying. Keep trying. Seriously, encouraging others to keep trying. Okay, maybe that's what she's saying. Anyway, yes, this is my sister. This is my older sister. And my mom, you'll see her on TikTok. She likes all my videos that go on TikTok. And she'll badmouth trolls that are badmouthing me. It's pretty awesome. And my wife, Corinthe, yes, she likes anytime one of my videos show up. She likes it. So I don't have a singular fan. I've got 3. Oh, I think my mother-in-law sees some of my content now and again too. So yep, it's all family right now. Is this humiliating or what? No, this is me learning, right? This is me I'm going through the motions of doing lives, getting used to the fact that every weekday I have to do this, and getting used to the fact that every day I got to post some of those shorts, tweets, what the heck, the reels, right? The shorts. I got to post those every day. Oh, burped a little bit. Sorry. Right. This is me getting into a process, a system, a groove. This is me becoming consistent, right? Having the lives from 11:30 to about 1:30. I'll cut down early if I'm out of topics or whatever. That's fine. Or I'll go longer if I want to, right? That's my prerogative. But I try to be consistent, and having that little bit of structure has structured my workday a little better. As an independent consultant, some days I'm just like, I don't want to do anything, or other days there's just not enough time to do stuff, right? So now I got the structure in here, and I know for this block of time I'm going to be busy, so I've got to try to get as much as I can done in the morning, because I know I'm not going to have that much time for the rest of the day, right? And it's really helped me with my consistency, because I was trying to make long form videos on YouTube, and just the process of recording and editing and then posting was hard for me. It was exhausting to make them videos, and just editing out my heavy breathing or whatever, right? Like there was a lot of work to edit that, and trying to keep my eyes looking at the camera the whole time. This feels completely unnatural to me. Whereas when I'm live, you'll see me look out the window and I'm thinking. Sometimes I look over here at a cat, whatever, right? Like it's a lot more natural, and people are seeing me for me. So what's wrong with allowing your fans, your possible customers, to see the real you, right? That's fine. But inconsistency, right? And I don't mean time of day, I just mean daily. Post daily, if you can, especially if you're doing the short videos less than 60 seconds, right? Yeah, if you're doing long form video, 1 or 2 a week, if you can. If you're doing lives like this, don't be crazy like me, man, and go live every day. I mean, you could, especially if you were trying to sell stuff and you were going on to the Whatnot app. That link is also there if you want to sell stuff on Whatnot. It's like live social selling. You do these mini auctions and you sell stuff. If you've got stuff to sell, that's a good way to do it. Links in the QR code here for Whatnot. Unclear offers. So unclear offers. Right? You gotta give people a lot of information about what you're selling. And if I'm selling just my back scratcher, I mean, hey, go get this back scratcher. It's good for your back. Is that really what I'm selling? I'm like, if you suffer an itchy, dry back like me and you spend all day trying to scratch your back, this is the most amazing tool you can have. It's extendable. It could reach your whole back no matter what your mobility is. It is very strong. It won't wear down like the old wooden back scratchers we had back in the 80s and 90s. This is pure tungsten, steel, extra carbine metal. I don't know what the hell it is, right? And it's got an electric insulated handle, so if you need to move an electrical wire sometimes, you can use that. Don't do that. I mean, the offer has to be there. When you click into my links, let's open up one of my, if you were going to my $7 ebook page, I've lost it. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'll share this screen. Or not. Oh, here we are. Okay, I'll share the screen. Just gonna shrink it down a little bit so it's not so big. So when you go to all my links and you go to my link tree, the first thing at the top of my link tree is a link to my $7 ebook. And this is what you're seeing. Is it the best sales page out there? No. It does convert some sales, right? So I'm selling the situation. Are you frustrated that your small business has employee drama? Are you ready to fix your employee drama so that you can start trusting them again? You can start ending conflict, gossip, and toxic attitudes in only 5 days. Your investment is only $7 plus tax or the price of one of your morning specialty coffees. I think I get a mocha and I think it's 5 something. And my wife gets London Fog or chai latte or something like that. And I think that's a little bit more expensive, but sometimes we'll get some banana bread or some egg bites or something with that. So we're spending like $20 every morning I drive her to work. And that's usually like Monday and Thursday and Fridays. 3 days a week I'll drive her into work. The other 2 days of the week she works from home, right? But we're spending that money. And we just have to sacrifice one day and then you can pay for it, right? Anyway, so I've kind of gone through frustrations, issues, how quickly they can do it in only 5 days, and how cheap it is. It's really a small investment, right? And my scary image. And then I kind of go through more. Do you feel like, does this sound like you? These sorts of things, right? And I'm putting multiple places where you can click the purchase button, right? And then I talk about me and what I do. My first business failed after only 18 months. Yes. Right. And it talks about my career and who I am now. And if you're going to this page, you probably already watched one of my videos or maybe multiple of my videos, right? So it's kind of just reinforcing, yeah, this is the video. This is the guy that you just saw, right? What's inside, I let you know what's going on in there. And is this mini ebook right for you, right? The pros and cons. And they're straightforward. This isn't a full HR manual. This requires action on your part. It's not going to be magic, right? This is not for big corporations because a big corporation already has a full HR team with multiple people dedicated to this topic, right? This may reveal bigger problems, right? So you start to roll in, you're thinking you're solving one problem and you realize there's something else fundamentally wrong with your organization. And that's where you could come up with more issues, right? But that's the risk people are willing to take, right? I might be able to solve my problems with this, just $7 in a week worth of work. Like I might be able to solve all my issues. It's a low risk, very low risk, right? But this is the start of my funnel. As a small business owner, this is the start of my funnel. If they purchase this $7 ebook and it solves their problem, fantastic. That's all I want from them. Maybe give me a Google review. And I think in the ebook, I say, if you like this, give me a Google review. I think I have it in there. Pretty sure I do. And if they need more help, speaking of help, God, kill this team. Get it in there. Squish the tea bag. Get the last of that juice out. So, if they need more help, at the end of the ebook, it says, would you like my ebook that has more advanced HR tactics, right? And this is for the people willing to go that one step further. And that's a $47 ebook. That's a bigger price, right? But at this point, they're gaining trust in me because the stuff they just used is working. If it worked a little bit, or, they came across one of these cons and now they need more support, well, $47 ebook is also a low barrier to entry. And it's like, I think it's like 40 pages or something like that. I put a lot into that to help small businesses improve their business, their work environments and stuff from an HR perspective, right? So, and then in that ebook, so it's kind of this 2 ebook step. Then in that ebook, it redirects them. Hey, do you need more help, man? Just book a meeting with me, right? And then on my website, it directs them to the place to book a meeting. So I kind of got 3 steps in my funnel. They see my content, they buy a $7 ebook. They like the $7 ebook and need more support, they purchased a $47 ebook. They like the $47 ebook and they like me, but they need way more support than they thought, then they book a meeting with me, right? So it's 3 steps. Once I get a meeting with them, I can give them instant support and we can decide whether or not they want to have more support, right? So that's my funnel. And I think any business can do this. And I'm slowly tweaking my content and what I say and what I do to try to direct people to my $7 ebook. So this unclear offers that you're doing is maybe hindering sales. All right, so stop the screen share. We got bad link organization, right? I want to share all my links, man. I want you to go and share all my, look into all my links and go, but I'm trying to cut down on those links, and I'm trying to direct people just to my $7 ebook, but there's other things that don't fit in that funnel. So I'm trying to create a funnel for Indigenous relations, Indigenous allyship, Indigenous EDI stuff, right? I'm creating that same funnel. So there's going to be a $7 ebook for HR clients. There's going to be a $7 ebook for Indigenous allyship clients. And because I'm learning so much about marketing, I'm trying to add a marketing stream in there. My ability to help people brainstorm and help small businesses market. I want to capitalize on that. Right. So there's going to be a third stream, which is small business marketing. And I kind of just want those 3 links on my link tree. You're here for HR stuff, you're here for Indigenous relations stuff, or you're here for marketing stuff, right? And you're going to buy a $7 ebook for each thing. And inside those ebooks is where I will expand out on more things that might support your business in that respect, right? So the link to restream.io that I popped up, that's going into my marketing ebook. I'm not going to talk about it anymore on the show. I'm going to say, you need some marketing help, go check out my new marketing book, right? And in that book, it's going to say, hey, you want to do this sort of tactic, use restream.io. And that's my affiliate link, right? That's something that I want. Just move back. I moved back and I went into darkness. So I noticed that. So try to drive traffic to the link that you want people to drive, that you want people to go to. It would be so easy if I had just one link, one place to send people, and I'm doing that artificially by using my link tree. But I'm also trying to reduce how many links are in that link tree, because you open it up and it feels like there's way too many, right? It's like way too big. Let's open up my link tree. So, well, let's look at that link tree. Okay, so this is my link tree, right? It's got my photo, it's got the name, my handle I use everywhere, Ian the HR Pro. I mean, so everybody knows that it's me, that they've gone to the right place. That's still showing all right? Yeah, that's all right. So, stop staff drama in 5 days. That's the first link. That's my primary ebook. I want everybody to buy that for $7, right? If you got a small business with employees, I mean, this isn't going to help you if you don't have employees, right? That's my primary link, right? And I'm advertising this podcast, and you go there, and that shows you information about my podcast, where you can listen and how to join the podcast if you want to be on the show, right? That's there. This is my mom's craft business. She makes beadwork and moccasins traditionally, right? And this is my sister's, who's always on the chat, and everybody knows Joy. Her business, Unbound Creations, that is her whole family and some of my mom's stuff that they've come together to create and sell. And they go to farmers markets and things like that. It's really awesome. I love that they're doing it. And I wish they could take it to the next level. So that's kind of why I talk about this too. I want them to go to the next level with that business, right? Then we got start live streaming with restream.io. So this is my first affiliate link. So this is my digital product up here, selling for $7. This is my affiliate link to get people to go to Restream. And so this link will disappear once I have the marketing book, because I will have a whole section on how to use Restream, essentially. And, you know, convince people to click the link and I'll make a couple bucks off it, right? Here's my Whatnot link. Shop, sell, connect, right? There's $1 auctions in there. I mean, it's a cross between a garage sale and the shopping network, right? Like live social shopping. Here's my product. We're going to put it on auction now, starting at $1, right? If you have stuff that you can sell, do this. Go live every day on Whatnot and just sell your stuff. The buyer pays for shipping unless you give something away. Then you pay for the shipping, and that gets rid of all your profits. So don't give away too much. Only do a giveaway after you've made a certain amount of money. So I would say the shipping's usually around $13, $14 in Canada for me, for Canadian addresses. So if I go live, you know, I don't have a lot to sell, so I don't know if I'll go live on Whatnot again or not. But if you have stuff to sell, it's great for you. And I would say triple of what the shipping is going to cost you before you do a giveaway. I would say once we get to $100 in sales, we're going to do a giveaway, right? Then you know you're going to at least make $80 off that show that day if you have a giveaway, right? So I would say we're going to make X amount of dollars before we do a giveaway. But the giveaway is a good way to get followers, because they get free shit. And they in order to be entered into the giveaway, they have to follow you on Whatnot. So, and then they get notifications every time you go live. So if you've got stuff for sale, just go live every day on Whatnot and say, if we make $100 in sales, we're going to do one of these things. It's going to be a giveaway, right? That's what I would do. If there's stuff for sale, or if you enjoy flea markets, garage sales, purchasing stuff on Facebook Marketplace, or, you know, whatever. If you can find some bulk items that you can sell, estate sales, whatever, right? Like, if you can find stuff that you can sell, then that's a good place to be. If you've already got a store location, get on Whatnot and sell your stuff online and ship it, right? Because if you can go from, you know, a few hundred sales a day for your brick and mortar store to, you know, doubling that because you're selling on Whatnot, I mean, that's a good option. This link is my my designs, my HR designs I create, and I put them up on a print-on-demand website called TeePublic. So all these cool designs I make, I had a couple t-shirts. I purchased a couple myself. One that says I am HR in big letters, and the other one's is that image that's there on the screen. You can't see it, but it says in space, HR can't hear you scream. So it's a play on HR in space, like the original Alien movie. It's in space, no one can hear you scream, right? That's their tagline. So to play on that. And then these two links down here are Fiverr gigs I've set up. So I'll review your resume for like $5 or $10 or something. I can't remember. I think it's set at 5 right now. Five US. So it's like 7 Canadian or something like that. Plus tax and the fees for Fiverr, right? So I manage your LinkedIn business page. So I use LinkedIn a lot. So I have the skills to manage somebody's LinkedIn page. And so I offer that as a Fiverr gig, right? And then the last thing here is the book a discovery call meeting with me. And that takes you to actually my calendar invite. And you can book a meeting with me and we can chat. And of course, there's all my socials, the LinkedIn, the YouTube, Facebook, my TikTok, my Twitch, my Instagram, even though I'm not spending a lot of time on my Instagram right now. And of course, my Twitter X. So I've got everything there. But there's too many links still. So I've got to cut these down. I would like there to be like 3 ebook links. And then maybe the podcast link. And I didn't even know what else. Like I'll get rid of the Fiverr stuff probably. And then just have a book a discovery call with me. It would be nice if there was only 4 or 5 links. And if you had the ability to have less links, that's, in my opinion, going to be better for you. So you need to get your links in order. Don't just spam out a million links. Kind of direct people, right? Direct people to what you want to do. Pick your niche. And then I would say, have 3 things that you kind of market and talk about. You have whatever you're selling, maybe you have a digital product, maybe you have an affiliate link or something like that, or you're going hardcore, you do one thing, this is what you do, right? Thinking about my sister, all she does is sell her stuff. So she directs people to her Facebook store and or her Facebook page, and they can decide if they want to purchase something there. Or she could also be doing Whatnot. And if she wanted to, she could do some specialty items that are for sale. And she could use the Linktree and actually sell the product directly on Linktree. She would have to set up her Linktree to connect with Stripe. When you go to set it up, it'll walk you through the Stripe setup, and then Stripe will connect with your bank account. So when you sell something through Linktree, it uses Stripe as the payment processor, and then Stripe will deposit your money to you into your bank account. Definitely a safer way to do business when you're using something like that, right? And with my ebooks, I have an app on my webpage, a plugin called downloads, digital downloads, and that is linked to my PayPal account. So when you click on my ebook to purchase, it takes you to PayPal, and you can pay however you want to pay with PayPal. And PayPal, my PayPal account, once there's a certain amount of money in, I just manually transfer the money over to me. Not that happens that often, but it goes directly into my business bank account from PayPal. So, I mean, that was easy for me to set up because I'm a little bit more tech-minded when it comes to websites and things like that. So that was fine for me, right? But if you're going to use the Linktree, I'd pay for the upgrade and then allow you to start selling your product right on there. I keep thinking about, my mother made this one Sasquatch Yeti pendant. It's beaded, big, right? And it's got a big beaded lanyard on it. A lot of work, a lot of hours. The person, it was a special order. They decided not to purchase it, or they ghosted her. It's something like $375 or $400 or something like that. She put a lot of time into it. This was a lot of beadwork. It was a very specialty item. Looks amazing. I don't wear stuff like that. But I would say, especially item like that, Joy should put it into her link tree as one of the links, like purchase this item, right? And you would purchase it right through her link tree. I mean, that would be just awesome. I think TikTok is letting you do sales that way. And if you get enough followers on YouTube, then it unlocks the ability to also put your product right on your YouTube channel. But yeah, links, man, you got to really narrow down on what you want to do. If you've got like just this one product affiliate link or something that you want to talk about and you want to sell it, you could just use your affiliate link, or you could use your link tree and put that main link and then just all your socials on there, right? Keep it as simple as possible. But you want to avoid as many clicks as you can and avoid options and things like that, right? So that's why I would like it if I could get like just 4 links on my link tree, my 3 digital download ebooks, and then the book a meeting with me. I mean, that would be ideal if I could do that. Then there'll be less confusion, the unclear offers, right? What do we got? We talked about inconsistent posting, unclear offers, bad link organization, and there's one more here, even though there's supposed to be like 3, but lack of repurposing your content. You absolutely want to put it somewhere for Evergreen, but you could use the same video and put different caption overlays on it or something, right? Like you'd have one video that's the same, but you put different captions on it and it becomes 10. And now I'm not saying post that same video with different captions one after the other. You could film, say you film 10 different videos, shorts, and then you put them into rotation. So every 10 days, it'll come back to the same video, but it'll have a different caption on it, different information you're sharing, different value you're creating, right? So there's this repurposing of stuff. And man, you're basically saying the same thing, just a different way. And in most cases, except for my mom and my sister, and maybe my wife, people don't see all your content, right? So if you're repurposing and reposting, you're just making it a little bit different so the algorithm doesn't think it's the same video, right? People that watch all your content, they're going to start seeing the repetitiveness of it, but not everybody who sees one piece of your content is going to see all your content. So they're not going to feel like it's repetitive, right? But come into some sort of repurposing situation. And that's what I'm doing with Restream.io, man. I'm making a live video, and then it's creating all the clips. Well, my live podcast is going on to 5 social medias, and then all the clips are going on to 5 social medias, and with one difference, right? The Twitch and the TikTok. So I'm hitting 6 social media sites with basically the same content everywhere. I've repurposed 6. Just one thing gets posted 6 times. No, it gets posted 5 times. And then 5 clips also get posted 5 times. So each time I go live like this, I'm essentially creating 6 pieces of content. So the live itself, and then it'll create 5 viral clips for me that I can post as shorts and reels or TikToks, right? So I'm creating 6 pieces of content, which is going on to 6 different platforms. 5 different platforms, because the Twitch but so essentially it's 6 times 5. That's 30. 30 pieces of content I'm putting out into the world every day. I mean, it's doubles of everything. It's fresh on a new platform, but there's 30 pieces of content going out from me to the world every day. If you add up all my different social media platforms, that's crazy. But in actual reality, I'm only getting, a little less, because I'm only putting 3 of the clips out, and I'm kind of saving it for the weekend, so I have stuff on the weekends, right? But I can do up to 30 pieces of content every day right now, and that's insane. Am I burnt out? No, nowhere near. It feels easy. Feels easy repurposing this stuff right now. Number 4, turning your designs and digital products into traffic magnets with Pinterest, right? Okay, I want to talk more about Pinterest here, because that's what I'm starting right now with my own Pinterest, because I told you I would like to put my TeePublic designs on Instagram and Pinterest. And this is like a different sales thing, a different sales funnel. It's something different. It's not my primary business model. This really is the t-shirt designs is my side hustle to my small business, right? So, and that's because I really wanted to hit Instagram with something, because I know Instagram can be powerful and it's good for images and things like that. And so is Pinterest. So, let's see. So, you know what? I'll be right back. I can't think. I gotta go to the washroom. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Thanks for sticking around. We're actually kind of running out of time. So, you know what? I'm going to save topic 4 for next week. I'll run through what I'm doing with my digital products and how I'm starting to generate traffic with Pinterest. And I'll see if I can start including Instagram with that. But I'll save that topic for next week. So, because what we want to talk about today, like the big thing I wanted to talk about today was my my social media stats for that little website, YouTube. Because at the end of the month, I generate a spreadsheet which helps me track my effectiveness, and we've got November numbers up now. November numbers are up, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about my journey with this advertising, with this marketing thing online. And it feels easiest to show you my YouTube stats as opposed to stats for every social media thing I got. Because YouTube, actually, you can find the stats really easy, right? So yeah, here's November. I don't know. Can you see that highlighted? I don't know if you can. You can see it highlighted. Okay. So there's November's numbers. As of November, how many days were in November? 30. Okay, so as of November 30th, I had 461 total videos. Now, this includes my long form videos, my shorts, and my live videos. So I added almost 100, right? 70, 87. I added 87 pieces of content. And I'm so terrible with creating long form content. I just don't know if it's needed yet. So when I started this journey, or at the start of this year, it was 82 videos at the start of the year. Don't know why they say 84. Very, very weird. I think I had to make an adjustment or something. Anyway, so you can see, oh, this is why I didn't have it scroll down. Sorry guys, if you can see that now all the way. You can see January. Yeah. So in January I managed to create 2 videos and I got 325 views on my channel, right? And that was 37 subscribers. Well, in July I was starting to post more shorts, and in June I was also trying to post more shorts, and I had a couple, a few 3 long form videos put in, and I was up 8,000, 4,000 views, members getting up to the 40s, right? It was the last week of August that I started going live. So I had 5 lives in that last week, and I only had 8 shorts, and that was because I was manually creating those shorts myself. I hadn't upgraded my Restream.io into to give me the ability to create the shorts yet. right? And even though I did that, my views went down. But I gained some people, 6 subscribers. Yay! So in September, this was my first full month of going live every day. I think there was a few I missed, but every day. So 19 lives, and I think normally there's 21, 22 work days in a month. So I missed a few. That's fine. But the shorts I started generating, because partway through the month, it was just like, I'm going to start using Restream.io. So I upgraded and started doing that. Plus I was still trying to do my manual. And that's where I was like, oh, this is hard. This is an extra thing for me, right? So I kind of stopped doing that the next month. But I also created 9 videos. And that's not an edited long form video. It is just a daily short form video that I was filming that happened to go over 1 minute. So YouTube classified it as a long form video when it was only like, 3 minutes long or 2.5 minutes or something like that. Like they were really short and minute and a half, but they were being counted as a long form video. So like I would say these are part of the shorts also, right? But that month, my God, 108 shorts, 19 lives, 42,000 views, 97 watch hours. I gained 44 subscribers, right? I got more subscribers this month than what I had at the start of the year. So I'm up to 90 by the end of September. October, right? Kept going. I did that one video. What's it called? Greedy employees or something like that, right? So I created the one video, but I was continuing with the lives and the shorts, and these were really just shorts that Restream.io was creating for me. My views went down. 35,000 views. But watch time, despite being, 8,000 less views, my watch time stayed up pretty close to 95. So there was some quality in there, right? And I only gained 13 new subscribers, but I broke the 100. November, this is what we came here for, right? I gained that additional 87 videos. Last month I did 108. In September I did 136, right? So we gained another 87 videos. But this kind of shows that I should be making more shorts. I think the manual shorts that I was creating were actually doing really well. They might be better quality than what Restream.io is putting out for me. So, and I was trying to be hit trending topics, and that's something I'm not really hitting as well anymore. So I think I gotta kind of, buckle down and say, let's do more manual shorts. And of course, I need more videos, just regular videos. If I could make one video a week, I think I would be happy. That would really make me happy. But that's going to be a lot of work. That's a lot of work. When do I have time to help my clients, right? Like, oh. But last month, my views went down again. 27,000 views. My watch time went down to 75 hours. I only gained 6 subscribers. So just barely staying above 100 subscribers, right? So, but that's 122,000 views I've generated in the last, most of them are from here. 121,000 views since June. So posting is doing something. Is it making sales for me yet? Not really. In this time frame, I've sold 2 ebooks. My $47 ebook and one $7 ebook. I was marketing my $47 ebook a little bit more up front, so someone did purchase it. But no, nothing. And then I'm certainly not making any money from YouTube, right? I'm putting their YouTube revenue, YouTube to date revenue, right? Like as soon as that starts popping in, then I mean, it'll be more impressive on what I'm doing here. But we'll see where we're at for December. But more visually speaking, this is what happened this past year for me on social media. Right? I did a little bit of action and then a lot of action. And I'm just... Does this look like the Valley of Despair or what? Right? It started working. I thought I'm on top of the world. And then now I'm going down. Valley of Despair again. Right? That's where I am. It's depressing, but this is, these are really impressive numbers, right? 122,000 views. I have to be proud of that. But it does show that, 100, how do I calculate that? 7 divided by 122,000 equals each view basically earned me nothing. 500th of a penny. So what does that mean? Right? It means I need to get more views. It means it's a numbers game. It means it's going to take me a long time to get to the numbers I need if I'm talking about running this business the way I'm doing it right now. Whoa! Good job. The Yeti finally sold on Saturday. We charged $375, but if the guy who ordered it had got it, it was $575. So they had to lower the price. It was a specialty item. I mean, the same guy could have came back and purchased it or told someone to go purchase it for $200 cheaper, right? There's a lot of work in that. A lot of time. So I'm sad they had to sell it for cheaper, but I'm happy you sold it. That was awesome. I saw it on the rack. You had posted some videos, and I saw it there on the rack. So right on. Good stuff. Excellent. So that's some money my mom made. Of course, Joy's going to take her cut. Anyway, so good stuff. Certainly didn't compensate them for the time and the work on that. Too bad. That's okay. Anyway, so you can see my journey doing this. It's taking time. And often I get a little depressed about it and want to give up. But at the same time, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, it's pretty exciting that I sold a $7 ebook. Although I wish I could have continued selling a $7 ebook every day. I mean, and that was like, was that at the start of November? I can't remember when that ebook got sold. But looking at the numbers, it would have been sold somewhere around, like, I would need 30,000 views a month to make one sale, seems like. And I mean, yeah, it's hard. It's hard out there. Find your audience. Find your digital product that you can use as your gateway drug into you and your system and your brand, right? They need to know, like, and trust you in some way, shape, or form. So give the free content, give the value. Anyway, so next week we'll talk more about the Pinterest that I'm doing, and hopefully I'll be able to add to that and add about Instagram. I just got to figure out a little system where I can do it and it's not like exhausting, you know. You are able to use programs like Tradewind to set up pins, and the problem is that takes time too. Whether I'm setting up Tradewinds or not, I'm still spending the time creating the pins. And the only thing that's helpful for Tradewinds is that it helps me schedule. But when you create a pin in Pinterest, you can also schedule it. So I could create 5 pins and have one come out a day for the next 5 days. And I mean, I could do it for 7 days, and just every 7 days go in and set up another 7 days worth of pins, right? And that's with its own scheduling within Pinterest. So anyway, I'll talk more about that next week when we talk about our marketing and side hustles. So no more questions. Questions are off. And if you need to get a hold of me for anything and everything, absolutely go to all my links. We looked at that earlier. If you need to get a hold of me, go there. It's the best way. And if you need a bear claw back scratcher, Jiraiya, it's right there. Go check it out. Purchase 2. Purchase 4, because they're coming in packs of 4 right there. That's value. That's value. All right. Turn that off. I will talk to you all tomorrow.